diabetes is a family disease, and it is. It truly is a family disease. It doesn't just affect the person with the disease. It affects, the siblings, the parents, and even the extended family.
When Danielle was first diagnosed, it was everyone around us was acting like this was a big tragedy, and it was like we just have to take care of it, and it was a big upheaval.
Minutes into the physical, the doctor said, "We're going to stop this now, and I'm going to send you down to an endocrinologist, and this is what I think." And my wife called me on the way there, and it was like getting socked in the gut.
When we first started giving her the shots after we came home, she didn't understand. She was too young to comprehend why we were doing this and why we were hurting her.
And when she got this diagnosis, and that very day, I remember her saying to me, "I don't like my life." And it was probably the most gut-wrenching thing that I ever heard.
I think that the hardest struggle since the diagnosis would be just the emotional well-being of her, the emotional well-being that as a teenager. I keep thinking about that because I know that it's going to be hard for her when she gets around the peers.
When Addie was first diagnosed with diabetes, the thoughts in my mind was, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of her? I don't know anybody that has it. I had a relative in Germany, but that didn't help. And what was I going to do to take care of her and then take care of my other kids too? I didn't even know what to do. I didn't even know who to go to. It wasn't great the first time at the hospital. It was just horrible.
I think any conceivable emotion, from shock to what are we going to do? Where are we going from here? How are we going to tackle this?
For me, it was why her? Why her? And I kept hearing on the radio, only 1 in 10,000 people have type 1 diabetes. And I think that was the number I heard. And I thought, prior to that diagnosis, that meant nothing. And then getting the diagnosis was like, wow, here we are. We're the one. She's the one. I was mad and scared.
Can't you see you're everything?
Teaching Maggie that she would be dependent on insulin for survival was one of the hardest parts, because it was one of the hardest parts and the best parts, because I'm so happy that she has insulin to help her survive. But it's also such a weird feeling to think my kid needs this thing that's outside of her body just so that she can be healthy. And so it's a real mixed. I have a lot of different emotions, both positive and negative, with that.
Coming to camp has changed all of our outlooks on diabetes, because for Eric, like even pulling into the parking lot yesterday, first thing he said was, "I'm so lucky I have diabetes because we get to go to camp, and if I didn't have diabetes, we couldn't come here." And it's such a positive attitude, and it's great. And for my husband and I to be around people who understand what we're talking about it's great.
camp has given me hope, because before we came here, what brought us here was Maggie started having, for the first time, a lot of fear and frustration and anger about her diabetes. As she's getting older, she's realizing the unfairness of it, and I didn't quite know how to deal with that. I couldn't give her what was missing for her. I couldn't be a diabetic and relate to her. Camp has given that to her, what was missing. Camp has given her a place where she feels like she's surrounded by people who know what she's going through. And so what else could be better for her at this point than that? That's just been the perfect answer to what she needed.
Being here makes me know he's going to be okay. Yeah, you're all just really cool role models with a lot of really cool stories from different backgrounds and different places, and you're all ending up in a really great place. That's what camp means to me. Is it's this whole environment, and all of you and all of the other families is huge to me. It's huge.
To me, can't you see?